minute or two. I want to see if I can get a feed from this as well, just so that I know something is happening. So that's why I'm looking over here. But basically, if you've already tuned in, just settle yourself down on your mat. If you have a blanket, that's always going to come in handy. If you do have a block, that might be handy as well. But you can also just use a book or anything like that. We probably only need it for 1 or 2 poses, but we might not even need it at all, to be honest. So it's only if you have one and you know you like to use them, then please feel free. Yeah, I just want to check and see if this is coming up for me, which it's not yet. Maybe soon. Okay, I know now that it's on, but I can't see it, but that's okay, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. I don't even know why I'm looking at that. I thought I would be able to see the live feed, but I can't. So, as I said, you do have a block, grab it. If you don't worry about it. One of the main things, just to say before we begin, is you're taking a class online. Anything with movement, you know, online, in person, whatever it is, there's always risks involved once you're moving your body. So for me, I'm, as Michelle McGrath and as Simply Yoga, are any responsibility or liability for any injury that may occur from any classes that you take online. As we're not in face-to-face and in person, I can't see what your body is doing. So I would ask that you take your own body into mind. Be mindful, be careful. Anything that we do, we're not going to do anything too intense, but at the same time, if it's movements that you've not done before, you've no idea how that is going to go for your body. So do please take caution with all of your movements. If something does not feel right, just come out of it. There is no specific position or pose or anything like that. My yoga is all about what you're feeling in your body. And if that means today that you're just lying down and not moving whatsoever, then that's okay. I'm just going to give it another maybe minute and just let everyone settle in and come onto the feed. I think I started a minute or 2 beforehand as well. So I just basically want everyone to settle down and get comfortable. I'll say again about maybe a block or a book if you have one. It'll just be for a balance. Probably fall out of it anyway, so it's grand. And a blanket. I guess as well, I just want to say that this is my first live, so anything could happen. And I know all the guys that come to the classes, like, seriously have been so good. I've had messages of support and knowing how nervous I would be to go live, and people just telling me that everything is going to be okay and that they're all in it with me. So yeah, really thanks so much for that. And thanks to the teachers who have either contacted me or I've contacted, you know, just for information about going live. And I'm really, really bad with technology. So Connie, you've been amazing. And Tara and Lara as well. Really, really, like, thanks a million, because it's just a whole new venture for all of us. So thank you guys for all of your information. So yeah, I still can't see anything on that screen. I'm hoping you can see me. I can't see comments, love hearts or anything like that because I have the phone turned around the other way. So yeah, I'm going to just keep going at it and see, and hopefully you actually can see me. So let's begin by lying ourselves down. We're going to begin the practice to center ourselves, and this is basically a regular class. Probably won't be a full hour, maybe it will, because you never know with me. But we're basically going to get yourselves nice and centered on the mat. You lie yourselves down. I will stay seated, so if you look up at the camera and I'm sitting, it's okay. You're going to find a position of comfort on your mat. Once the spine feels nice and comfortable, and once the spine feels like it can be at ease, that there's no aches or pains, then feel free to reach your legs out nice and long. Hands can be on the belly or out by the side, palms face the ceiling. If this feels okay and feels comfortable, stay there. This is where you're going to center yourself today. If you feel any twinges on the back, anything that just feels a little bit discomfort, Then bend your knees, plant your feet, and allow your knees to simply knock in together. You can walk your feet wide, you can bring them together, and just notice that the spine is a little bit more relaxed. Hands can be out by your side or on your belly. And just take a moment to find this place, this space, and this position on the mat. I want you to simply take a nice, long, deep inhale. Open the mouth and exhale it all the way out. And again, a nice, long, deep inhale. Open the mouth and exhale it all the way out. Last time. One deep and long inhale through the nose. And exhale, release everything all the way out. As your eyes are closed, or allow them to close now, take a moment to just let your whole body release. Release into the mat. Soften yourself down into the earth. Take a moment where the spine is on the floor. Notice all the areas of the back, the shoulders, the arms, the backs of the legs, the backs of the heels or the soles of the feet. Notice the back of the head as it draws down into the earth. And simply take a moment to surrender. Release from the day that's gone. Release from any thoughts, any pressures, any stresses right now. Let's just come fully. Allow your whole body to surrender into the mat. Allow yourself to completely land. Take a moment now as your eyes are closed and your body is relaxed. Allow all of your awareness and attention to flow down through the physical body. And just take a mental note of how you arrive on your mat today. Without judgment, without any ill thoughts, negative energies, just know there is there and it's how you feel today, and that's okay. Meet anything that comes up with kindness and compassion. Just taking a moment to physically note the physical body, how you feel. And allow your awareness then to also flow towards your mental and emotional states. Take a moment just to simply notice how you feel today. If you arrive at the mat tired, sad, happy, lonely, full of energy, no energy, whatever it is, just notice, be aware to it. Bad, there's no judgment. Simply find awareness of your physical, mental and emotional states right now. And however you are, join them all together and welcome yourself fully to your mat and to your practice. And then begin to welcome your breath into your body. Begin to notice your inhales and notice your exhales. Without changing the breath right now, just notice. Notice the pauses between the breath. After the inhales and after the exhales, natural pauses may occur. Notice, be aware. And then begin to change the breath slightly. Begin to control the breath, if you can, breathing in and out through the nose. On inhales and on exhales, we'll find a comfortable, longer breath on both inhales and exhales. If you're used to yoga and you like to practice with Ujjayi breath, with the sound that comes with the breath from the throat, please feel free. If you're not used to yoga, we will just begin, if it's comfortable, long inhale through the nose Maybe a slight pause and a long exhale through the nose. The pauses are just natural, let them occur. A rhythm on inhales and exhales. A soft breath, but a long breath. Connect with that breath and that rhythm. This is the breath and rhythm that will take you through your entire practice today. And as you connect with this breath right now, I will give you the little options for today is you may just stay here, lying on your mat, finding your breath, and just be with that. You can have your eyes closed and you can, in your mind, visualize the movements that your body is doing as we talk through them. You never have to move, and that's an option for you. You can always move through some movements, but the main thing is that you find your breath and you stay with that. Continuing with long inhales and exhales. Continue with your breath as you bring both hands towards your heart center. Hands will touch. Stay in that position on the mat wherever you are. With the hands at your heart center, take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Whatever the intention may be. Maybe the reason that you're on the mat today. And then as a huge community today. Intention to practice with kindness. To practice with kindness on the mat and off the mat. In our thoughts, in our words, in our actions, and in our deeds. Kindness towards ourselves and everyone else around us. Slowly begin to lower your hands down by your side. Begin to blink your eyes open if they're still shut. If the legs are stretched out, you can keep them there. And if the legs are bent, begin to just stretch the legs all the way out. We're going to take a deep inhale and reach your arms over the head. And just pause here as you exhale. As you inhale, point through the toes, stretch through the fingers. On your exhale, relax everything. One more like that. Inhale, point, stretch and reach. And exhale, release. By your side. And as you exhale, bend both knees, planting the feet about hips distance apart. My classes always begin by moving with the breath, by connecting here. So with hands by your side, we begin on inhales to lift the arms up and over the head. If your shoulders are tight, you might pause here, or maybe they go to the floor. On exhales, hands come all the way back and with the breath. Inhales, reach. Exhales, lower. Reaching on inhales. Maybe notice the pause at the end. You can pause the movement. And exhales all the way down. And again, inhales reach all the way up. Slightly drawing the belly towards the spine as well, even just in this position. To keep the lower back nice. Reach. And exhale, lower all the way down. Pausing with the arms now, stretch your right leg out. On inhale, point your right toes and lift to your comfort. It might be to the sky. On exhale, flex the foot so you push through the heel, toes towards you. Slowly lower down. Inhales, point and lift only as far as you're comfortable. And on exhales, flex the foot slowly all the way down. Last time, inhale, point and reach. And remember, it doesn't matter how far you go. And exhale, flex the foot, lower all the way down. Switching it up now, left leg will stretch out. On your next inhale, point the left toes, reach to your comfort. Flex the foot really strong, push into the heel to lower all the way down. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lower. Inhales, reach. And exhales, lower all the way down, push through the heel. Slowly bend that left knee. Plant both feet about as wide as the mat, and then just let the knees slowly fall from side to side. All the way to one side and all the way to the other. They don't have to come to the mat, they might just move a little bit high, or they might come down a little bit further. This is the window wipers twist, because when you look down it looks like window wipers going from one side to the other. That may not be the official name for this, but anyway. So just nice little move. Please remember throughout this practice, if something does not feel good, come back to the breath, stop the movement, and you can come back to any of these movements that we do at the beginning, or just simply relax. Pause with the knees at the center. Walk your feet about hips distance apart, a little wider if you wish. Hands might just touch and make sure that the heels are close enough towards the bum to set up for bridge pose. Hands down by your side. Again, we connect to the breath here. Neck is nice and comfortable, back of the head pushing down into the ground. On inhales, we're going to lift the hips towards the sky. And on exhales, slowly lower back and down. No need to go too high now, we're just really moving with the breath. Inhales, lift. And exhales, lower. Slow on the way down, because there's a tendency to just drop on the way down. So trying to keep it nice and controlled. I'm going to just do that one more time. So push down into the feet as you inhale, lift the hips. And on exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Once you do, take a pause, just no movement in the spine for a moment. Let the low back settle. And then we're going to very slowly start to move a little bit more to warm ourselves up. So on an inhale, we're going to reach the arms over the head. And on the exhale, we're going to lift the head, the arms, and the shoulders. On inhale, reach and lower down to the mat. And on exhales, lift and stretch and reach. Inhales all the way down. And exhales all the way up. Now when you inhale, you can come all the way down, and if it's too much, as you exhale, just stretch the hands. You don't have to lift the head today. Draw the belly to the spine. Inhales down. You can modify anything anyway. If you'd like to go to option number 3, on your exhale, lift your knees up and then also lift the upper body. On inhales, you can leave the knees up, and exhales, lift and stretch. Inhale all the way back, and exhale, reach all the way up. Inhale this time all the way back, bring the right knee in and stretch the left leg out. On the floor or hover. Inhale your next time, reach and stretch. And on your exhale, lift up. Inhale, reach and stretch. And exhale, lifting up. Remember, the upper body doesn't have to move. You can just stretch. Last time, arms up, belly in. And then inhale, bring it all the way back. Bring both knees to the chest. And switch it up on your exhale, right leg out. Hover or right foot to the ground. Draw the left knee in. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, lift and curl. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, lift and curl. Finding this is not the option for you today, lower the right leg. Lift and curl. If this isn't the right option for you, down. Come back to where we were. So you can always come back to what we were doing previous. Last time, whichever you're on, exhale and inhale, lower all the way down. Bend both knees, plant both feet on the mat. Stretch the arms up, inhale And on exhale, slowly lower them down by your side. Walk your feet as wide as the mat. Slow window wipers twist all the way over and all the way back. Connect to the breath. Inhale to one side and exhale to the inhale over and exhale back. Inhale all the way over and exhale all the way back. Come back to the center. Again, walk your feet hips distance or wider if you wish. Touch your heels so you know they're close enough. Hands by your side, and then inhale, we come into those bridge poses. So this time really actively push into the feet as you lift the hips. And exhale, slow lower. Inhale, push down into the earth to rise from there. And exhale all the way down. Keep looking towards the ceiling as you inhale, reach and stretch, and this time maybe pause. Take your exhale here while your hips are lifted. Take another deep breath or two if you can. Squeeze the bum a little bit, engage the glutes, still drawing down into the ground with the feet. The hands can be active on the mat. And your next exhale, slowly lower all the way to the mat. Whenever you get there, pause. Take a moment. Let the spine reset. Smile to your face if you thought, whoa, that's too much too quick. It's fine. I'll collapse before any of these. And then slowly draw both knees into the chest. So this is Apanasana position. You can rock out a little bit. Maybe the knees don't want to come all the way in today. They might be further away from the body. Or if that's still not comfortable, just keep the knees or the feet on the ground and bring the knees a little side to side. So any of these positions can be your Apanasana for today. Excellent. We're going to slowly roll all the way over onto our side. So as you do so, just help yourself up with your hand. And we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So when you come to your hands and knees, for me, I love my knees and they don't love me all the time. So I like to plant a blanket underneath the knees. So that's the main reason for the blanket, not just a relaxation at the end. So just that it's not too bulky or too many dents in it or anything like that for the knees. Just have it nice and even if you can. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and I just want you to move your body. When we come up to this position, I always like to do a little bit of self-inquiry. How does my body feel? What's it trying to tell me? Would I like the hips to go from side to side, or do my wrists need a little bit of movement today? Will I turn my hands out and in and maybe go back and forth or side to side, or maybe take a deep circle or two? Just connect and then reconnect with that breath. We sometimes lose it when we transition from our spot on our back all the way up to hands and knees. So moving forward, back, side to side, you can tuck your toes, just breathe, find a connection. We're going to start to move through a few more different styles of flows now. So if you ever have problems with the wrist, the main thing here is that you spread your fingers nice and wide, not too wide that it's uncomfortable, but they're not touching. I'm going to push most of your weight into your hands rather than the wrists. And then if the wrists are an issue, just bring them slightly forward of the shoulders instead of directly under it if you need more of an angle for the wrists. We're going to begin with some cat-cow motions. On an inhale, draw the chest forward and allow the tailbone to lift. And as you exhale, push the ground away really strong as you bring your chin into your chest. On inhales, allow the tailbone to lift and then roll that up through the spine. And on exhales, allow the tailbone to draw down and then roll that up through the spine, bringing chin to chest. And exhales. The shoulders are strong here. We're pushing into the earth. And then we're allowing all the movement to come from the spine, all the movement to come from the back body. Last time. Inhales all the way up. And tuck your toes, and see if you can lift your bum up and back towards your first downward facing dog. So in our first down dog, just to get comfortable, hands are planted down. We lift the bum up, back and away. If the shoulders are tighter, you can have your shoulders a little bit further forward here. Belly draws in. A little bit of movement in the legs. And then we're going to start on inhale, knees down, chest open. And on exhale, either return to cat or down dog. Inhales, knees down, chest open. And exhales, down dog. Inhales, knees down, chest open. And this time pause in your down dog as you lift it up and back. Take a nice long deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale it out. You can keep those legs moving for another moment or two. And then very slowly bring both knees down to the mat. Tuck or untuck the toes, and you can sit back onto the heels. If this is not comfortable, you can always sit up onto the knees instead. Make adjustments to your clothes when needed. And whether sitting on heels or up here, just take a moment. We're going to start to move through the wrists. Take a nice inhale and reach it up. And as you exhale, bring it all the way down. Excellent. Give a slight little bit of a shake here. And then come all the way back towards the mat. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Tuck your toes under, find downward facing dog. On an inhale, we're going to rock forward to plank here. As you inhale, so you're going to roll onto the balls of the feet. The heels come up and we roll forward. If this is not okay for you, on exhales, you go back to your down dog. If this doesn't feel good today in your body, however that is, come back to your cat-cow. Exhales, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, rolls you forward to plank. Shoulders over the wrists, and exhale, downward facing dog. So now we transition to our plank. As you inhale, roll it forward. But as you exhale, we're going to come to the mat. Knees come down. Bend your elbows to the back of the room so you can soften through your thighs, your pelvis, your belly, and your chest. Once you meet the mat, think inhale, roll your chest, belly in, lift slightly, not too high, and exhale, surrender. 2 more times. As you inhale, think of getting long in the spine instead of lifting, and exhale, surrender. Just 1 more time. Inhale, reach, and exhale, surrender completely. As you inhale now, lift the chest. Use your strength to bring you all the way back. You can just tuck your toes under, draw the bum backwards. You might be up high here, or you might be able to go a little bit back further, take a little stretch. Push your hands into the ground as if you're pulling the hands back towards you so that the elbows lift. Take a little stretch. Again, that might look more like this today. It doesn't matter how it is in your body once it feels okay. Take a deep breath in and out. We roll all the way back up onto our hands and knees here. We're going to step through with the right leg. So the right foot comes forward, right knee over the right ankle. And from here, just plant one hand and then the opposite onto your thigh. And decide from here how that feels. If it feels steady and secure, you're good to move your hands. If not, keep your hands here for support. Left knee is down. If you have more flexibility and you want to get into that hip and quad a little bit more, walk your front foot forward a little bit. But we're going to move, so do try and keep it steady. We're going to take an inhale and we're going to reach it up towards the sky. We're going to stay here for a moment or two. So every inhale you reach and every exhale, maybe you sink it forward and down a little more. Reach and stretch. Think belly draws in. Squeeze the left bum a little bit so that you have nice stability in the pelvis. And if you want to, as you draw the belly in, look towards the sky. Reconnect to your breath. One more time. Inhale. Really reach and stretch. This time on your exhale, twist to the right. Hands come out about shoulder height. When you inhale, back hand comes down and up, reach. And when you exhale, twist to the right. Last time, inhale, we'll reach it up. And exhale, twist to the right. Strong in the legs here as you inhale now, reach it all the way up. Body forward, squeeze your right bum, so the front leg here, push the right foot into the mat. We're stretching and we're reaching. So you should feel this in the right bum, the right leg, strong and powerful. Belly draws in, little bit of core. One more deep breath here. When you inhale, reach all the way to the sky. And when you exhale, both hands come to the mat. Step the right leg back to meet the left. Tuck or untuck your toes and see if you can find a child's pose. Comes back towards the heels. You can allow your head to rest. You might be up higher. The knees don't like to bend. Keep the bum over the knees. Walk your hands out and step and stretch wherever feels best there. Take one more deep, long breath in wherever you are. You inhale, roll all the way up. Step your left leg forward. Again, get yourself comfortably set up first, and then plant the left and then the right hand on. Make any adjustments to your clothes. I adjust my clothes more than I adjust my movements. So let your left knee come over your left ankle. Take a moment here. Again, if it feels steady, you can move your hands. If it's not steady today, keep your hands on your knee and just stay in this position. It's strong and powerful. Don't ever have to move the upper body in it. If you can, we inhale and we reach it up. If you wish to look towards the sky, you can. If it's uncomfortable for the neck, feel powerful here. We're pushing down into that front leg. Pushing the left foot down into the earth. And you can pull and push here. The left foot pulls back, down and back, and the right leg pulls forward. And that way you have a lot more stability. Notice how it feels. Next inhale, we reach it to the sky. And with your exhale, we twist towards the left side. So belly pulls in strong to twist. And inhale, reach. And exhale, twist. Inhale, reach it up. As you twist, because I'm looking at the camera, maybe give me a smile, not that I can see you before the crack. Inhale, reach it all the way up. And as you exhale now, we tilt the upper body forward. Squeeze the left bum. Draw the belly in towards the spine. As if someone is pulling your hands forward. Try to be really active here. Don't forget to breathe. The breath is the most important part. Make sure that the neck is comfortable. Soften the muscles of the face, the mouth. Another breath here. And exhale. Towards the sky. And as you exhale, both hands to the mat. We're going to step to the top of the mat here. So tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. And start to hop, shimmy, or step to the top. Be mindful of your blanket. Take a moment to get there. You might need to crawl up to the top. I don't mind how you get there, and I don't mind if you don't get there. Feet about hips distance apart. Take a deep bend into the knees. As you inhale, see if you can stretch your chest forward. Nice flat back, belly in. And as you exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. As you inhale, push the ground strongly down with the feet as you rise all the way up. Hands to your heart center. Exhale. Take a moment here to close your eyes. Notice and just feel your body with the eyes closed. Feel the feet draw downwards. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Just let your body be here. Just as you did at the beginning of the class, allow yourself to land. Feel strong, safe, and secure. Everything from your hips down into the earth is steady, secure and strong, and everything from the hips up to the top of the head is open and expanding and ready to receive. Blink your eyes open here and the best part of the class, shake it out. Give yourself a really nice little shake. Shake the feet, shake the hips, shake the arms, shake the head. I always said, well, don't worry lads, I'll never video this, but I just did, so whatever. So give yourself a nice little shake out. Let yourself release a little bit. Perfect. We're going to take the blanket away from the mat because we're going to do a few step backs. Place it quite close, because if you are on tiles like me or a wooden floor, when we step back into a lunge you might want it. So feet about hips distance apart. We're going to come to our half sun salutations first. So get ready to move and breathe, and if it's too much guys, rest at any time please. Feet about hips distance. Deep inhale, reach. Bend your knees as you exhale, fold forward. With your inhale, flat back, chest comes forward. And with your exhale, bend and fold. Inhale brings you all the way to stand. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Bend knees, bum back as you fold down. And as you inhale, flat back, shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, push the earth down, and as if you want to separate the feet out to rise. Hands to your heart. Last time. Inhale, reach, stretch. Bend the knees, exhale, fold it down. And bend those knees as much as you need to. Inhale, flat back. Bend the knees, exhale, refold. Inhale, reaches to the sky. And hands to your heart center. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. You can continue with those movements, or we're going to add on and step back into a full sun salutation. Let's take an inhale here and reach it up. And if you forget the moves, guys, don't worry. Just do anything that feels good. Fold. Inhale, flat back. We so hands down, step one leg and then the opposite leg back. As you exhale, lower down knees and then bend the elbows backwards, tight enough to the body so you can just roll down. As you inhale, lift the chest, draw the elbows in, only as high as you're comfortable, and surrender on exhale. Now use the ground, push yourself to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. In down dog now, bend both knees. Lift the bum up and back. Push the hands into the earth and breathe. Your gaze here can be towards your toes, your knees, your belly. One more breath. Nice long spine. As you inhale, look towards the hands. And as you exhale, start to walk. Bend the knees whenever you need to. Let yourself fold. And as you inhale, chest long. As you exhale, rebend, refold. And as you inhale, push the earth away and rise. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Close your eyes. Time. Draw down into the earth and lengthen through your spine. Feel grounded, safe and secure in your body. Notice movements, feelings. Notice energies in the body. Just be aware. Come back to your breath and blink your eyes open. Give yourself a little shake out. If you're like me and your clothes are going to annoy you, you can tuck them in. Take another breath or two. Give yourself a nice little shake out. So we're going to step back into a few lunges now. Just like we were earlier, you can have the knee on the ground. It'll be similar sequence. And if you wish, you're going to take the knee off the ground. So you may or may not need the blanket. So you can decide. Feet at hips distance apart. Inhale, let's reach it up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, step the right leg back. Again, option here, right knee to the ground or right knee lifted. Going to give you one option, knee and that foot bring the knee to the ground instead. You want your right heel lifting towards the sky on a high lunge. From here, have your hands onto your thighs, see how it feels. If you need, bend the back knee slightly, belly draws inwards. Let's inhale and reach. This again can have your back knee to the ground. As you exhale one time, just lower the hands all the way down. Now inhale and reach it up, back knee up or down. Exhale, twist to the left, give me a smile. As you inhale and reach it all the way up. And as you exhale now, we tilt that up, pull forward. As you inhale, reach it up, twist to the left, exhale. Inhale, reach. Tilt forward, exhale. Remember, back knee could be down. Inhale, reach. Twist to the left, exhale. This time as you inhale, we reach it up and we're going to pause. As you exhale, tilt it forward. Guys, take a break if you wish, if you need. Squeeze that left bum, take another breath if you can. Belly draws in, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, we'll reach it up your next time. Step it back to a down dog. Exhale, both hands planked. If your back knee is down, step the left leg back. Tip your toes and find that downward facing dog. As always, when I come into down dog, give it a little walk out, a little bit of a stretch. And bend both knees, lift the bum up and back. Again, you might be up further, your shoulders might be tight, your arms might be sore. One more breath. Look towards the hands. We're going to walk the feet in. Flat back. Bend and fold, exhale. Push the earth down as you rise. Inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Fold, exhale. Flat back, chest long. Inhale. Left leg this time will step back as you exhale. Your decision. Back knee down or up. Come up with that thigh first and open the chest. Stay here. There's no need to move the upper body if it's not for you today. Of kindness. If it feels good, inhale and reach up. And exhale, lower down. Back knee can be lifted or down. Inhale, rise. Twist to the right. Exhale. Inhale, reaches it up. Tilt forward. Exhale, belly in. Squeeze the right bum. Push into the right foot. Reach. Twist. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tilt. Remember, back knee might be down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach it all the way up. And this time as you exhale, we're going to pause here. Squeeze the right bum. Push into that right leg. Strong in the core, belly in. Lengthen through the spine as you stretch. Don't forget to breathe. Main thing is the breath. You have to come back to a child's pose. Just breathe. Reach it all the way up. And as you exhale, both hands come all the way down. Step it back to your downward facing dog. Again, you can come to your knees there first, or just step it all the way through. Anyone who wishes, stay in down dog, or bring your knees and take a child's pose. Or third option is to come through a vinyasa with me, which is plank to the floor and back down. Take whichever one you wish. If you want, you inhale forward to plank, just like earlier. Shoulders over the wrists. And as you exhale, knees down. Bend your elbows to the back of the room and soften to the mat. So you inhale, rise. And as you exhale, surrender. So you inhale, push the earth away, hands and knees, but then draw the bum back, find a child's pose. If you stayed in your down dog, just to a child's pose now. When you're in a child's pose, the hands can be stretched out, or maybe they're done enough. You might want to bend your elbows and just let your body surrender a little bit. Maybe the bum is up in the air. Remember that version from earlier? So many different variations. It's just about finding that position that you feel comfortable in. This is all about you. It's not about me here on the camera or anything. It's really about your inner teacher. What's your body telling you to do? And respecting that. Wherever you are, we're slowly going to come all the way up. Plant your hands, find one more downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Keep those knees bent and lift the bum up and back, especially if you're tight in the hamstrings. And they can be seriously bent. Look towards the hands as you inhale. And as you exhale, walk those feet in again. Bending the knees whenever you need and meeting yourself on the mat wherever it goes. As you inhale, flat back. Bend and fold, exhale. Push into the earth as you inhale, reach and rise. And as you exhale, hands to your heart. Excellent. Here we're going to inhale and reach it all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, bend and fold from here. Take a pause. Let the whole body surrender. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Even so much that you can bring the bum back, just to let yourself rest. Take another breath here. Inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, lift your chest forward, flat back. And as you exhale, go to step that left leg back as if you're in the high lunge position. The chest forward. You have a block and you want one, you might plant it here now. Or wherever you are, just start to shimmy your way forward into that front leg. For some people, the back leg is not going to lift today, okay? So if it doesn't lift, just stay here and stay up on the ball of the foot or on the tippy toes. If you're bringing your weight forward and you think, oh, my leg might want to lift, start to bring your hands a little bit more forward and start to straighten your leg a little bit more. Draw the leg up about hip height. Staying here, lengthen through the spine, belly in. This might be your balance today. Maybe you can play around with one hand coming to your heart. Push the earth away. Maybe you can play with two hands coming to your heart. My only rule in yoga, you probably know it already. If you fall, laugh. Nothing in life is that serious. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine, belly in. And as you exhale, see if you can come all the way back, slowly. Take one inhale and reach the arms to the sky. And as you exhale, step or hop or jump or fall to the top of the mat. Excellent. Just one more on the opposite side. Reach it up. Fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. As you refold, step that right leg back on exhale. Bending into that front leg. So again, stay here, guys. If you have a block or anything else, you might place your hand. See if you bring the weight forward into that front leg. If the back leg wants to lift, if it doesn't, keep it here. It's totally fine. Just lift up. Anytime you don't have both feet planted, you are in a balance, so you're good to go. If it does lift, start to shimmy your way forward a little bit more. Fingertips on the ground, fingertips on a block, fingertips on a book. You might fall. Draw the belly in, lengthen through the back of the heel of the right leg and draw your head forward as much as you can. Maybe play with a balance with one hand, maybe with the other. Actively push into the earth with a standing leg, belly in, lengthen through the spine. Go back through everything, but make sure you breathe. If you're wobbling, so am I, so is everybody. We're literally all in this together. Don't forget to breathe. Bend into the front leg. See if you can step the back leg back. Inhale and reach. Exhale, both hands come all the way down. Plant your hands on the mat. Slow leg back, bend the knees. Up onto fingertips, keep the chest high. Again, that might mean your knees are over or under your hips. Your fingertips are forward, wherever you are. Keep the fingertips down, stretch the body. Let your head just fall wherever it lands. Take one deep inhale. Open the mouth as you exhale, release. Start to slowly walk your hands back towards your body. I want you to come over onto your bum, straighten or stretch your legs out. Kind of come towards the center of your mat. We'll be coming all the way back onto our spine. So if you want to just lie down, or plant your feet nice and strong, hands forward. You guys know me by now, so we slowly try to surrender to the mat with a bit of core strength. I'm normally the first to hit the floor, but sure, hey, whenever you get near the mat, take an inhale and reach those arms up and over. And exhale, straighten your legs out, surrender. Inhale, reach. And exhale, surrender. As you inhale this time, bend both knees. Bring them as wide as the mat. Bring the feet as wide as the mat, should I say. And then let the knees fall all the way over to the left. Just like earlier, that window wiper twist. Hands can stay stretched over the head. You can bend the elbows out, cactus arms. If this your spine and your hips and your left foot up and planted on the outside of your right thigh. It's just going to draw the leg down towards the earth a little more. And if that feels good, you can also take your left hand to the sky, stretch it across your chest, hold your tricep. Take a deep breath in and out. Release your hands, but stay in the twisted legs. Take another breath. Start to allow your body to relax, release a little bit. Allow your breath to begin to soften. Bring all of your awareness to how the body is feeling. Just notice, be aware. Slowly untuck that left foot if it was on top of the right. Guide your knees back to center and then all the way over to the right. You can shimmy the feet till you feel comfortable here. If it feels comfortable, maybe pick the right leg up and plant it onto the left thigh. It is going to deepen this stretch in your hip flexor in the front, maybe the outer hip. So if it doesn't feel good, just simply take it back off straight away. And it's like all positions and poses that we've come into, if something doesn't feel good even after that, just come out of it. Your body comes first. Take another deep breath in and out. Your right hand all the way up. Stretch the right hand over the chest. Maybe interlacing it with that left arm on the tricep. Take a stretch, one deep inhale. And all the way out. Release the hands out at shoulder height. Let the body surrender here a moment. And softly remove the right foot if it's on top of the left thigh. Bring both knees back through to center. And then Apanasana position, knees towards the chest. Remember, they can be in tight, they can be away, or feet planted. Wherever you are, just give a nice little wiggle, a nice little jiggle from side to side. Maybe a nice circle or two. You plant your hands on top of your knees and take these nice little circles. It's like a mini massage on the low back and around the sacrum. It can be really, really nice. So just take a moment. Come into that movement. Feel the body a little bit. And pause, squeeze them in towards the chest, inhale. Up towards your knees, round the spine. With inhale, the upper body, and we finally find Shavasana. Let the feet come down, and then let the legs stretch out. Arms out by your side, hands face the ceiling. If you have your blanket, guys, plant it on top of you. Place it over you and find the most comfortable position that you can find. And if the spine doesn't feel comfortable, just like earlier, bend your knees, plant the feet and let the knees knock in together. Find your Shavasana. It's our final position, most important position of the class, and it's our final resting pose. So either with knees bent or legs straight. Soften and surrender your body completely. Allow your whole body to relax. Let the muscles of your face completely release. Your forehead, your eyes, your mouth and your jawline, just let it rest. With your eyes closed, feel the back of your head as it draws down into the earth. Let your neck and shoulders completely surrender. Allow your arms, wrists and hands to release. Let your chest, ribs and belly be soft. And allow your back, upper, mid and lower back to surrender. Your hips release and let your legs rest. Let your feet completely relax. From your head to your toes, allow your body to completely melt into the mat. Allow your breath to be soft. And just surrender into Shavasana. Allow your whole body to rest. To rest and release. Allow your awareness back to your body. Allow movement of fingers, toes, wrists and ankles. Allow yourself to stretch out your body in any way that serves you right now. Take a moment here on your back to bring your knees to your chest. Apanasana position and hug yourself in tight. At the end, take this position as one of gratitude. Gratitude to yourself for showing up on the mat today. Have gratitude for the body that you're in, for every single part of you that makes you the person that you are. Your current abilities and disabilities, your height, your weight, your hair, your skin, every single thing about yourself. Be grateful, be thankful. Hug yourself even tighter, squeeze the knees into the chest. And in your own time, roll over to your side. Help yourself slowly towards a seated position of your choice, any position at all. Whenever you get there, allow your spine to be tall and your eyes to softly close one last time. Take your time to get there And just take a moment to be aware of your body, the physical body, any tingling, any sensations, pulsing, heart rate. Just witness. Witness anything that shows up for you. Be fully and completely aware of your body as you inhale. Reach your arms up towards the sky, and as you exhale, hands come to your heart center. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, deeds and actions in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. At least I hope there's still people watching. I don't even know. Yeah, so that was fun. I hope it was fun for you. Yes, this was live on Facebook. Hoping to do a live on Instagram on Thursday night. I literally just have to check and see how this went first. If it went well, we'll try and do a live on Thursday, maybe at 7. And then I think from next week I'm going to do a more personal class. See you as far as I know in the Zoom. You can turn your camera off as well, I don't have to. But you can chat to people as if you were coming into a general class. Now, this is things I've heard, so I'm not even 100% sure because I haven't checked it out. I will do at the weekend. I hope that you enjoyed that. I'm going to try and see if I can turn around the camera while I keep talking, so hold on. No, I can't do that. Oh, look, people watching. Wowzers! That's amazing. See people that are watching. Anyway, I can't reply to everything right now because I don't know how to use the phone, so sorry. But thanks so much for joining me, and yeah, have a really good evening. Thank you. Namaste.